Okay, this is the second lecture regarding eukaryotes versus prokaryotes. The first lecture I talked about eukaryotes. Here I'm going to go in depth talking about prokaryotes. Not too in depth there, but just kind of give you an idea and show pictures about prokaryotes. Okay, again, as I mentioned before, prokaryotes, they are unicellular organisms. Again, simply made up of one cell. They lack a nucleus. They do not have nucleus yet, and still, again, they still have DNA. But they do not have a nucleus. But again, like I said, all living organisms have to have DNA. That's the genetic material to keep them functioning. That's the genetic material which is essentially, we call it the blueprint of life. Membrane-bound organelles, and they tend to be smaller. Not so much tend to be smaller, they just simply are smaller in size compared to eukaryotes. So here's something that's called a Venn diagram. All right, so basically this right here, this circle, again, it's called a Venn, V-I-N-N diagram. So Venn, we use this often in education, Venn diagram. And then this circle encompasses the features of eukaryotes. Okay, and then right here, let's see if I can switch this up here. The items right here, all right, where that they intersect are the things in which they both contain, both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So they both, of course, have DNA. They both, well, some can have cell walls, some may not. Some eukaryotes have cell walls, some may not. But of course, prokaryotes, all prokaryotes have cell walls. And then the cells function similarly in terms of having DNA and all that stuff there. However, prokaryotes, a lot of the organelles that I talked about, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, blah, blah, blah. The prokaryotes do not have those organelles. However, they find a way to actually produce a lot of those materials in other parts of the cell. So prokaryotes, circular DNA, basically a single cell organism, unicellular organism again, no nucleus. Whereas eukaryotes, they have chromosomes. They could be single cell unicellular organisms or multicellular organism. And they have membrane-bound organelles, and these are just examples of prokaryotes. So like protists, fungi, plant kingdom, animal kingdom. Here's an electron microscope of streptococcus. So of course you heard of streptococcus, one of the causative agents of strep throat. And so this is an electron micrograph. So it's basically just a huge, very, very expensive, powerful microscope that actually has captured that image there. Okay. And this is just like a standard microscope image of streptococcus. They are circle, so that's what coccus means, round or circus. And they're kind of like in a chain type of formation. That's where you get the prefix strepto. So strepto means chain, coccus means round. So basically the causative agent of strep throat, the causative agent of a whole bunch of streptococcus, maybe, particular infections, diseases, and so on and so forth. And there's a lot of streptococcus organisms or anything that are not dangerous to human beings. But if you looked at it underneath a microscope, went through the staining procedures, which we call a Graham staining procedure, they would look like this. Here's a mixture of staph and strep. Okay, as you see here. These are white blood cells from our body. So this is actually probably taken maybe from a sputum smear, where that the white blood cells actually are has flocked to this area to fight off, to engulf, as you see, it's inside, and to fight off the invading streptococcus and staphylococcus. It's Candida albicans. Really, that's not a bacteria, actually, that's a fungus, so it's actually larger in number, and larger in size, and has a nucleus. I guess I think I just added that because when I did some research at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, working in a research laboratory, I used to work with Candida albicans there, so I just decided to, I guess, add that. That was a pretty nice microscopic picture of the fungus, again, eukaryotic. It's not prokaryotic, it's eukaryotic, of Candida albicans. Neisseria gonorrhoeae, again, these are the prokaryotes, it's a bacteria. They are diplococcus, so a lot of times we find them, you know, in like kind of in pairs. Again, these are white blood cells migrating to that area to fight off the infection of Neisseria gonorrhoeae, which is a sexually transmitted infection. Clostridia, we call this a bacillus organism. They are rod shape. So again, bacteria, prokaryotes, no nucleus. Brucella abortus. Actually, this is what we call a gram-negative organism. Again, still unicellular. Right? Well, wait a minute. Aren't they multicellular because a bunch of them clustered? It's just simply a bunch of again unicellular organisms, but they're clustered together. But they're still unicellular bacterial organisms. There, Brucella actually pretty interesting organism. When I did my graduate studies in microbiology and at the Ohio State University, this is what I worked with. So of course I can talk a lot about it there, but just showing you pictures for now. Yersinia pestis, again, here's the organism, the deadliest bacterial organism known to man. This is the organism that caused, you've probably heard the pneumonic plague, bubonic plague. This is the organism that's caused it. Mycobacteria, you kind of see here, kind of like these things, kind of like, gosh, here, causative agent of tuberculosis. Staph, again, Staphylococcus, again, coccus circle. Staphylo, that means clustered. So you see that you have a clustered arrangement. Again, they're still unicellular organism. It's just a bunch of them just grouped together, hanging out. E. coli, a lot of times, you have heard of E. coli, okay? Well, the actual term, the real term is, we call it Escherichia coli. Again, the pronunciation is Escherichia coli. This is E. coli. E. coli is just used for short, all right? But it's kind of just the abbreviated term, but Escherichia coli. Again, bacteria, prokaryotic, unicellular, lack of nucleus, but of course they have DNA and the other features to keep them alive. Another picture of E. coli. Let's get some paramecium. Actually, I'll probably stop here because the slides moving forward I think I have like some eukaryotic organisms, and I already talked about that in some blood smears. But so we'll stop right there. Thank you.